I love you, and I love doing these things, don't get me wrong. But I would much rather be playing Dead Island right now. It's nothing personal. That sort of gave away this whole episode, didn't it? Whatever. Hey Gamer Nation, I'm Adam Mater, and this is Rent or Buy, the show where we look at a video game and try to decide if it is a rent or a buy, and try to save you guys some money in the long run, because $60 for every one of the games that are coming out this season is not going to be friendly. But this week, we are looking at Deep Silver's Dead Island. And before we dig into the review, what is the game? Well, it's an RPG, first-person shooter sort of game with zombies in it. And that sounds like a lot going on, because there is kind of a bit going on. There's been a lot of comparisons made with all these other games out there. It's like Fallout, it's like Badlands, it's sort of like Left 4 Dead, it's sort of like Dead Rising. You know, it does have elements from all those. It shares the whole co-op features from Left 4 Dead and obviously the zombies. It has item crafting, very similar to Dead Rising. And it has these RPG elements blended into first-person shooter elements like Badlands, and a really expansive world, sort of like Fallout. And it seems like this is too much going on, but it's all blended together and put together in a nice, neat package. Deep Silver really did a good job with that. But they weren't perfect. The game is known to be pretty buggy. I've had occasional things where items are floating in the air, stuff like that. Nothing too bad, but there are cases where the game will throw a mob in the middle of a wall and you need to kill that mob, so you need to go back to a previous save, but you can't actually save in this game, it's all auto-saves. So it has some annoying features going for it, definitely. But what about the playtime that you can get out of this? Well, I've had it for about 5 days now, and still not even close to beating it. I'm going off on all these different side quests now, and on the note of me not beating games, I like to give kudo points out to Mr. Green Hippo, who took my review of Deus Ex Human Revolution, called me out on not being able to beat it in 5 days, and he almost beat it in 3.5. He was only a couple hours away, so unless he's some sort of weird hibernating Green Hippo that kicks ass for 3 days and then sleeps for 2, it's safe to say you can beat that game in 5 days, which is great. I love seeing that. Post stuff in the comments if you think you can beat a game that I've reviewed in 5 days, call me out. But now, back to Dead Island, let us give it the final verdict of a buy. The game is definitely not polished like Deus Ex Human Revolution, and it's, you know what, I don't mind, because they don't have too many load screens, so that makes up for it in my opinion. In the long run, this game is fantastic. You get lots of playtime out of it. You get a little bit of a replay value depending on playing with other friends that join into your game. But not a huge amount. The plot's sort of lacking in the long run, but this game, definitely worth it. It's sold out in a bunch of locations for a very good reason. Order it online, whatever you need to do to get yourself a copy. But that's all I had time to talk about today, Nation. Later, gamers.